Welcome to the virtual race brief for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon. My name is Wayne Drinkwater and I am the Event Director at GB Ultras, and today we're just going to talk you through some of the key points that you may need to know when it comes to race day. The start location for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon is now at the Imperial War Museum, nearby to Media City, just across the Manchester Ship Canal footbridge. The reason for this is that the Media City have a number of large-scale events on the same weekend. So this basically means that we'll have a dedicated zone just for our event. When you arrive at the Imperial War Museum, race registration is located via the car park access. So it's the group access, which is up a ramp and beside the tank and the sculpture. You'll be able to go into the Imperial War Museum via that entrance and be able to register for the event. The event takes place on Good Friday and race registration is open either on Thursday evening from 5:30 p.m. till 9 p.m. for bib number collection, or it's available on race day morning from 4:15 a.m. until 5:30 a.m. where you can collect your bib number and your GB race tracker. The GB race tracker must only be collected on race day morning, so even if you've registered on the Thursday and picked up your bib number, you can still only collect your tracker on race day morning. At race registration, you'll collect your bib number and your drop bag label. You have the option of handing in a drop bag, which will be taken from the start venue to the finish venue and will be waiting for you there. Your drop bag may contain warm, dry change of clothes for the end of the race. You should attach your drop bag label to your drop bag and that will have your bib number on it. Please hand in your drop bag at race registration at the dedicated baggage zone. This will be available on race day morning only. The GB race tracker has already been switched on, so there's no action that you need to take to activate it. Secure it to your pack with the Velcro strap just on the rear and get ready to start the race. At Media City, there's a range of multi-storey 24-hour car parks that are available, which are either pay and display or pay when you leave the car park. There's also some parking at the Imperial War Museum. However, the venue has asked that if you're looking to leave your car for the duration of the event, please park at Media City, a short walk away. There's also an option of leaving your vehicle in Liverpool prior to the event and getting on the pre-booked coach transport, which will take runners from Aintree in Liverpool to the start venue at the Imperial War Museum, so that when you've run the race, you have your vehicle there ready and waiting. If you pre-booked the coach transport, then you'll be parking your vehicle pre-race at North End Sports and Social Club, also known as the Railway Club. Please do a little bit of research here online. It's a bit of a concealed. As you leave your vehicle at North End Sports and Social Club, you'll exit the venue via the car park. If you turn right as it meets Melling Road, walk down around 100 metres and on your left hand side there's the fence that represents the back of Aintree Racecourse. The coach will be waiting for you there. It will be leaving at 4 a.m. sharp with an expected arrival time of approximately 45 minutes to 1 hour to get to the Manchester venue. The Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon starts at 6 a.m. sharp. Before the race starts, you just need to check that you've done the following. Number 1, that you've got your bib number. Number 2, that you've handed in your drop bag if you've got one. Number 3, you've collected your GB race tracker. Please ensure that your bib number is worn on your front at all times during the race. If your bib number is on your front and there is an issue with your tracker, then you're more easily identifiable for the checkpoint team. If the bib number is on the back of your pack, then we might not see your number. Support teams are very welcome at the event, but please abide by checkpoint restrictions and parking limitations. Please ask family and friends to respect decisions by the event team, and no forms of abuse will be tolerated. No paces are permitted during the Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon. We want the event to be run fairly across the board on an equal playing field for all participants. Only those wearing a bib number should be running beside you. No non-participants should be running sections of the race with you. Time penalties will be actioned. Runners must carry their own mandatory kit throughout the race. When you start the race, you will be leaving the Imperial War Museum and you will proceed along the pathway beside the Manchester Ship Canal. You'll then follow the walkway as directed by race markings and marshals who are wearing high-vis vests. Runners will continue to follow the walkway until they join onto the Bridgewater Canal and pass by Manchester United Football Club. There will be marshals in positions, particularly at the beginning of the race, just to make sure that everybody stays on track. You'll be on the Bridgewater Canal for approximately 3 miles, and this will then lead you onto the next trail, the Transpennine Trail, which will make up the rest of the race. We'll be marking the race routes in the lead up to the race with red biodegradable tape at 20 to 30 metre intervals. Beside any junctions or turns, you'll find that there is more heavily marked, just to give you that added confidence that you're on the route itself. We'll also be using laminated arrow signs throughout the race route, and on the back end of the race, the last 8 miles, we'll be using reflective tape to help keep you on track should it get dark. If you've ordered one of the 100% recycled optional finisher tech tees for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon, then please collect the shirt at race registration prior to the event. Perhaps place it into your finish line drop bag. You'll also have the option of purchasing some GB Ultras merchandise, jumpers, training tops, running caps, as well as vests at the start area as well as at the finish line. By now you should have watched the mandatory kit video by Laura Yates, one of the race director team at GB Ultras. You should be carrying the mandatory kit at all times for the event itself. The mandatory kit is the minimum standard kit that you're expected to carry. If you're found not to be carrying it at random kit checks or at the finish line, then time penalties will be imposed. This is the minimum standard of kit. You may decide that you wish to carry extra kit, such as extra base layer, extra socks, extra nutrition. That's absolutely fine. But this is the minimum standard kit, the mandatory kit, the essential kit that you have to carry for your own safety. The most up-to-date GPX for the race itself is on the website gbultras.com. If you head onto the event race page and scroll down the page, you'll find the option to download the GPX in the lead up to the event. When we're rechecking the routes again, we'll be out marking the routes and we'll be updating our participants if there's any changes, any diversions along the way. We're in touch with local authorities and landowners a number of times before the race, and there's sometimes urgent works where a diversion might need to be put into place. The M2L route is hard packed and firm underfoot for largely most of the race, so we would really recommend road trainers to be the most suitable footwear for the event. We also want to ensure that no litter from race participants and no trace is left behind from the event. You can play your part too. When you have any snacks or food during the event, please ensure that any litter that you have is secure in your pockets or your pack until you reach a checkpoint when you can put your rubbish into one of the bins provided. Please make sure that when you're taking your phone out of your pack or anything else out of your pack that you don't inadvertently drop some litter. Or if you do see litter that you feel has been dropped by possibly another runner, please do pick it up and pop it into one of the bins when you reach the checkpoint. Checkpoint locations for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon. Checkpoint 1 is at Charlton Water Park, approximately 6.6 miles into the race itself. Support teams are welcome at the checkpoint. There is a large car park nearby to the race route at Charlton Water Park where support crews can park. Beside the car park there are toilets available for participants and support. Checkpoint 2 is at Dunham Massey, and that is approximately 15.3 miles into the race. No support teams are permitted here due to insufficient parking and a busy road crossing. There's also toilets for participants only at that checkpoint. Checkpoint 3 is at Latchford Locks in Warrington, and that is approximately 22.5 miles into the race. Support teams are also welcome, but please advise them not to block access or egress to the checkpoint. We might need access to the checkpoint area in case of emergency. There are toilets at that checkpoint as well, but again, these are just for participants. Please advise support teams to park sensibly. Checkpoint 4 is at Spike Island, which is 32 miles into the race. Support teams are again welcome at Spike Island, and toilets are available for participants only. Please note the route has a slight change on approach to Spike Island. Checkpoint 5 is at Alderfield Drive, and that is in Speke in Liverpool, approximately 37.3 miles into the race. Support teams are welcome. Please be careful here as there's a road crossing to reach the checkpoint. Marshals are in position. Checkpoint 6 is at Broad Green in Liverpool, which is approximately 44 miles into the race. Support teams are again welcome at the checkpoint. There's toilet facilities at the start location and at the finish, and there's toilet facilities at the first 4 checkpoints of the race itself. So checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, 3 and 4. When you look at the mandatory kit video for the race, you'll also notice that the GB Ultras events are plastic cup-free events, so don't forget to bring your own cup for the race. This leads on to the emergency instructions for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultramarathon. If there's a minor injury, please inform Race HQ. Only in emergency where there's a risk to life or limb, please follow these instructions. Number 1. Please ensure that you use any spare clothing to keep warm and use your foil blanket, which is part of your mandatory kit. Number 2, trigger the SOS button on the front of the tracker. Just on the front, underneath the race tracker logo, there is an SOS button. Hold it down for approximately 3 seconds and that will alert Race HQ that there is an emergency. However, that is no substitute to speaking to Race HQ on the phone. Number 3, please call 999 and ask for an ambulance if there is a risk to life or limb. Number 4, please call Race HQ to inform them. Number 5, please get the attention of fellow runners or passers-by using your whistle or shouting. This now completes the virtual race brief for the Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to email the team at events@gbultras.com and we'll be more than happy to help. If it is race week, then we might be out marking a route or setting up at the event, so we can't guarantee that you'll get a reply. Thanks so much for watching the Manchester to Liverpool Ultra Marathon race brief, and we look forward to welcoming you to the Imperial War Museum on race day.